What's going on, guys? Today we're going to install the CO2 show kit. These are the parts. This is your main bottle. You got your release lines, zap straps, your solenoid from DYNOTUNE there. It's a nitrous solenoid, and high flow works the best. I got our T separator here so we can have two outlets rather than just the one off the solenoid. You got your fuses, inline fuse, your switch, all your connectors, zap straps, your power line, and for seals, your Teflon tape. Make sure you put this on all your seals, otherwise you have leaks and you'll have a big problem. The one other thing we don't have here, it's inside the car already, is the bracket to mount it to. I'll show you the bracket. You may not be able to see it too well, but yeah, I can't really see it. But it's just a little metal bracket that comes with the kit, and that's where you secure the bottle to. So we're installing it on an 07 Chevy Cobalt. You can mount it in the engine bay if you want. You can put it right by the cold air intake, right in here, or somewhere away from heat. But I suggest putting it inside somewhere rather than in your engine bay, because the tank could heat up and theoretically explode, which wouldn't be good. You can run your wires and outlets anywhere in the engine bay if you want to come out the top, out the windshield wipers, or what I'm going to do is out the sides. So yeah, I'll get to it, and you'll see the next clip in a second. Okay guys, underneath the car here, we're going to put the bottle in place. You need the bracket. I've already put the bracket in, so I'll show you what that looks like right now. So that's the bracket I was talking about you couldn't really see before. So what we'll do is you just slide it inside your bracket that you placed. And it's going to sit just like that right underneath. I've got it in a hidden compartment pretty much right underneath my dash here. And you tighten the nut right there where my thumb is, and it'll hold it in place. This little blue valve here that's already comes attached to it, that's where you're going to hook up that solenoid thing, and that's where it releases from. Okay guys, we're going to run the power now for the solenoid. So as you see, my battery's in the trunk of the Cobalt because it's stupid. So we're going to attach it to the terminal right underneath this plastic piece here where I have my subs hooked up. So we're attached through here. We're going to run the wire all the way through the front. We're going to come through the car all the way underneath to where we mounted the bottle. That's where we're going to put the solenoid. It's going to run from our power to the fuse. From our fuse, we're going to go to our switch. From the switch, you're going to go to your solenoid, to one of the wires in your solenoid, and the other one's going to go to the ground. Then it's all hooked up. So I'll show you what that looks like as soon as I'm done. So here's our inline fuse, and our power line's coming from the battery in the trunk. And it comes with this little connector in the kit, the piece of metal sticking out. You put the wires in, squish it down, fold the clip over, and that's your connection. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to use some electrical tape, and I'm just going to seal it all tight so it's insulated and everything so you have no problems with it. And then you connect this to the next step. Okay, so this comes in the kit with just a single outlet. What we're going to do is we're going to take the single outlet off, and we're going to put in the dual outlet so we can spray out two sides of the car. When you put it into the solenoid, you want to make sure that you use the Teflon tape, like so. Just rip off a piece, wrap it around your connection. Probably 2 or 3 times is good. No pro at this, but just like that. And then that way, once you put it into here, it'll seal tight and there won't be any leaks. Okay. And once you get it tight, use a wrench and make sure it's tight, so you definitely have no leaks. That's it. Cool. Okay guys, so we ran this black tubing from where the bottle is inside of the car through the firewall hole that you all have right behind your brake pedal, and we fed it underneath all the way across. You can see we left us lots of slack all the way across here, and we're going to zap strap it right to the bottom, right to the frame here, all the way across, so that it won't drag and nothing is going to cut it either, because if anything, if you're scraping this, then you have bigger problems than just your hose. So we put it on the outlet right back here. You can see we drilled a hole through the mud flap, put it in there, and that's where it's going to spray out of. When you're done, make sure both hoses are the same length, because otherwise you're going to have one spray before the other and it's going to look kind of funny. So make sure it's both the same length, and make sure you mark inside your car which side is which, so when you're hooking it up, you know. And I'll show you how to hook it up inside. Go. Okay, so our tubing is here to our piping. This is our driver's side spray. So we gotta leave this one longer to match the other side so that they spray even. So that's why this one you only see one. The shorter one we've already cut. It's underneath here. So we'll leave this one longer. This is our shorter one down here, if you can see that. So that's as long as that one's going to be. And this one we're going to cut just a little bit shorter, but it's still going to be longer than the other one, so it sprays the same. These are our wires from our solenoid. We've connected our switch coming down, goes to here. And then the other one is our ground. Our ground we've run all the way to the back, and it's hooked up to our chassis in a bolt. And if you have any questions about that, just give us a shout. And our next step is going to be to connect it to the battery and fire it up. Okay guys, so we're all finished up. We hooked it all up, and as you can see in my excited face, it works. So I'll show you what it looks like. And there you have it. That's how you hook up a CO2 tank.